one fact is quite clear. The militaries of the world are severely outgunned. In the absence of a miracle, this could very well mean the end of civilization as we know it.
This is the ultimate question. Can XCOM Enemy Unknown appeal to original gamers and new gamers? And I think so. I mean, I definitely think so. It's certainly something that I feel strongly about, is that I love the original game. I'm one of the big hardcore fans of the original game, but the reason I'm making this is because I think that there is magic in the original game that could still work today. And it's fun for us because we've seen it. The game is almost finished now. Lots of people have played it, and people who had no experience with the original have been able to play this game and have a really good time. So, I mean, it's a very tricky balance. You want to make a game that's true to the original. You don't want to change anything that made it what it was. But at the same time, there are a lot of things to update. You know, we have narrative. We want the game to be easier to understand. And so you can't make the game like this without changing some things. But yeah, I think we've struck a pretty good balance. We were in development when StarCraft 2 came out, but I love that they're in between missions. I love the setup of that. It had a real sense of place where you could go to the bar and you'd talk to the guy and get mercenaries, or you'd go to the science lab. So yeah, I mean, that actually was something that we definitely took a look at. We were pretty impressed by it, and so that did inform to some extent whether it was the UI or some of the feeling of the place. I mean, ours is obviously much bigger, deeper. Like StarCraft is much more combat focused, but still, yeah. I mean, that base, that was something that we all took a look and we said, hey, look at what Blizzard's doing, because whatever they do typically works out pretty well. So there are a lot of things that play into that. So every time you play, those decisions are going to be different. So maybe it's between Spain and Korea, and maybe next time it's between England and Brazil, something like that. And so those choices are different. But yes, and certainly the rewards you receive are different every time. But then when you go on the actual mission, we do have some levels that are regionalized for Europe as opposed to North America, as opposed to Asia, and so you'll actually see different missions as well. Multiplayer is something we're very excited about. We've just announced it, and the way it works is it's pretty different, which we're excited by. The gameplay itself is fairly straightforward. It's your squad versus another player's squad in a combat match, and the last player standing wins. So it's very straightforward, but the fun comes from building your squad. So at the beginning of the match, the player is given 10,000 points, with which they can then buy anything they want. So they can buy any alien from the single player game, any soldier from the single player game, any inventory item, and they can combine them in endless combinations to sort of build up their own unique squad. And of course your tactics change based on what guys you brought. And then the person you're playing against, they build up their own squad. And so you can get such crazy, like you never know what to expect because you don't know what the other player is bringing. So you could be facing off against 1 or 2 really powerful units, or you could be facing off against 6 much less powerful units. And I think the benefit there is, and those are some fantastic games. Yeah, I mean, those are great games coming out this fall. You know, it used to be that there were some falls, that were like, oh, this is a great year, there's all these great games, and then some of you're kind of like, eh. Nowadays, every year is a great year. But I think the benefit for XCOM is that we're just very, very different. We are very different. This is a type of gameplay that we can honestly say, trust us, you have not played anything like this. So for us, that's a pretty big benefit to say, if you're looking for a new type of gameplay experience, XCOM is definitely it.
Special forces soldiers with weapons and body armor unlike anything you've ever seen.